My name is
the beautiful Alicia Fox.
Spoke to you and said this, Bob, but my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Loaded up with alcohol, more specifically vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke!
3 ain't enough now, I need 5. Welcome in Jim, Ryan, Matt, Tim, and intern Mark.
And after tonight, none of you in this ring will ever be the same again.
Guess I should start talking, huh? Sorry, I'm focusing on other things. It'll be all right. Welcome, everyone, to 3 Count Thursday, live here on our Facebook page. We are the podcast of the millennium. Tonight we have tons to talk about. Way too much to talk about. But first, our show is brought to you by Alicia's Pillows and Things. They are the sponsor of our home network, NGSC Sports. Check out their Facebook page where you'll find home decor at great prices. Pillows, stools, neck pillows, full body pillows, and much more, featuring your favorite sports teams, movie characters, cartoon characters, and much, much more. Head over to ngscsports.com, find the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab on the homepage, and place your order. Ryan, Tim, how you guys doing this week?
Jim.
I'm struggling. I was trying to figure out how to unhook my headphones from these other headphones. I was lost. I was dazed and confused.
They were tangled up. If you could see the whites of Tim's eyes, he got very panicked.
I felt like I was defusing a bomb.
Why were you? Why are your headphones hooked up?
Because I accidentally put the headphones on the spare mic for the fourth chair, and then I didn't realize that I looped them over the other set of headphones that are also here. So I was like, okay, I'll just take these headphones off. No.
Way too much movement on a Thursday afternoon evening.
Well, I started a watch party, but my keyboard on my screen doesn't go away. I don't know.
Derp.
It's been one of those. It's been one of those.
Text along party.
Let's talk about new Facebook, because I chose to bitch about it briefly.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Briefly. And somebody says, until you pay for it, you can't bitch about it.
Yes, I can.
Fuck you, buddy. Sure just did.
I'm going to do it again.
I'm going to do it again.
Yo, Facebook, you way too bright, bro.
I was going to say, I don't think those are the rules, man. Like,
yeah. I simply asked, who asked for a new Facebook?
What do you mean by new Facebook?
Mobile Facebook. They changed the layout of mobile Facebook.
Oh, mine's been like that for a little while.
Oh, like the little guys down here? Like they're animated now?
Yeah, is that truly what was the issue?
New? Like it's so bright up here.
I
miss the blue bars.
I want Facebook to have dark mode.
Yeah, that's all I want.
Like Messenger dark mode. I have Twitter dark mode. I just want Facebook dark mode.
That's all I want too. Just give it to give it
me what
to
I want.
me.
Give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
Wow, that was
that one popped.
Give me what I want.
Okay.
Batista.
Okay.
We know what you were.
Yeah, we all know.
I just need
he
to
turned
explain.
the whole screen blue.
For Christ's sake.
Give me what I want.
Okay.
Look at it going.
Would you stop that?
Actually, I think You're Okay registered a little bit higher than his Give Me What I Want.
Well, because everything was already on high alert.
Below high alert.
Give me what I want.
Fucking Audacity. He's like, what's going on?
For God's sakes, takes a week off.
It's like an animal here.
I see what he did. God, I hate him so much. I'm glad he's gone.
You endgamed last week, Tim?
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to do any spoiler thingies here. We did spoil.
The spoiler embargo is not up until Monday.
Yes.
So
I was discussing.
What do you mean? Who makes that rule?
Marvel.
Is that a set? I mean, what if you're not a member of the MCU? If
but
you
it's
haven't
an
seen the show.
Well, no, so it's
if you haven't seen the movie.
It's an unwritten rule that like Marvel does not want their movies spoiled, and they have like hashtag don't spoil the Endgame.
It's
hashtag
been long enough.
Hashtag Thanos demands your silence.
But if you're not a member of the MCU, you don't give a shit about that.
I do.
What's going on, Dave?
I care because, like, for example, my girlfriend hasn't seen it yet.
Really?
No, she hasn't seen it.
Has Dana seen it?
She did.
She
saw it on Sunday.
Yeah, and like I'm gonna go see it again this weekend.
Your girlfriend doesn't watch our show, does she?
Sometimes.
So if we spoiled it, she wouldn't care.
Oh, she absolutely would.
But it's her fault for listening to it and not watching the movie within
why
a
are we
week.
going to discourage new listeners?
I'm not discouraging new
You
listeners.
actually kind of are.
Yeah, by me spoiling that,
But maybe there are people that want to
Stuff.
know what happens.
watch the movie. It's still out in theaters.
Exactly. You watch the movie.
Yeah, go watch it.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I am more than happy to talk ad nauseum about the movie privately via Twitter or Facebook, but I will not do it on this very program. I can talk in generalizations.
Right. Were you pleased?
I'm going to see it again. Yeah, I'm going to probably see it at least 2 more times.
Okay.
Guys, hit the like and share button.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want I want it to be shared.
It's perfect. It's like
I was having a discussion, and it was with a friend of the show, EJ, because he
Has he seen it?
well, it wasn't relating to Endgame. This was relating to Game of Thrones because it was I think it was Wednesday morning. He spoiled something from this past week's episode of Game of Thrones. So it begged the question: what is the proper length of time to let to spoil something?
so when, at least for me on Twitter, I was seeing Game of Thrones spoilers the second ish happened. So like nobody cared about Game of Thrones spoilers.
See, generally with Game of Thrones, I saw people talking like just reacting to what happened. Now I've never watched a single minute of Game of Thrones. So like I don't I like you could tell me like Bulbasaur was a fucking character on Game of Thrones and I would probably believe you.
You're wrong.
I know I'm wrong. I know it's a Pokemon, but like I would probably believe.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like a Masters of the Universe character. I had no fucking clue.
So like but like my theory on, especially in a DVR age, because that's basically what we're in, is I feel like 48 hours ish is about the time you should let a TV show breathe, especially one as big as that.
Sure.
Movies, I think you should get at least a week and a half.
At least a week.
Yes.
That's unreal.
Nah, man.
You can't get in and see a movie within 7 days.
I mean, you can, but like, it's a lot easier to budget.
You guys
time.
know what I'm going to say, right? You know I'm going to say it. I have to live up to my asshole persona here. I have to let them know.
Do not
Time out. Scotty, anybody who does that is an idiot.
What happened?
Just read the comment.
Oh.
And
It's about shoving garlic up a woman's privates.
Oh no.
It cures something or something. I don't know.
No,
Just
I think
take them to the doctor. I think it keeps,
right. Go to a doctor.
It keeps vampires
if you have,
out of their
If you have
pants.
problems, go to a doctor.
Right.
But here's the deal. Like, if a movie that I wanted to watch was coming out, like I would try to get there. I would personally try to get there opening night or the second day, just to avoid seeing any spoilers. However,
Yeah.
look, if it was a movie coming out this time of year right now, and let's pretend that like a bad thing didn't happen a week and a day ago, and the Capitals were still in the playoffs.
Sure.
My Hershey Bears
You
still
made
in.
it seem like a bad thing was like a national tragedy, and not the fact that the defending Stanley Cup champions lost.
You did oversell that a bit because I thought it was something bad.
I thought literally someone died, and not just the Capitals.
I know you personally. I thought
back-to-back
maybe a grandma got ill. I
I'm
didn't
failing
know.
to see the difference between a national tragedy and the Capitals
Just
not
because
repeating.
they play in DC doesn't mean it's a national tragedy.
I mean, it kind of is. But anyway, I guess
Okay.
we're on different sides of the fence on that
we
one.
sure are.
But anyway, like if the Capitals are still in the playoffs, Hershey Bears still in the playoffs, like there's a good chance that in a week's time, I'm not going to be able to make it to a movie theater
Then it is
to see a
just
movie.
not that important enough that if somebody spoils it, you have the right
That's
to be
not
pissed
true.
about it.
That's not true.
Iron Man dies. I don't give a shit.
Wow.
Whoa.
There it is, folks. That easy and it's done. Let's move on to talk about wrestling. Jon Moxley's still alive.
What a dick.
You didn't think that was going to come? You thought I was going to just sit on it?
You could have.
Unfucking real.
I'm not telling him like Black Widow, like what she
Just
did
stop.
or-
Just
Oh,
stop.
what do you
Stop.
mean?
Just stop. Because I know there's people in this thread right now.
There's not.
No, that I know there is, and I hope they didn't start watching before you said what you said.
I, honest to God, don't care. I literally have zero care if they do.
I understand that.
And it sounds bad, but it's been a week and a half.
No,
It's not that
no.
important to you. It's been a week.
No, see, I disagree with that though.
It's been a week.
It's been a week, and
It's
then
different.
it's not important
And
enough.
here's my point. With Game of Thrones is appointment television, and the keyword here is television.
Correct.
All you have to do is be home
Much like Monday Night Raw
and be
or any sporting event.
Right. All you
Correct.
have to do is be home,
Right.
and the ability to watch Game of Thrones
Sure.
the second it airs.
Sure.
Is much greater than being able to buy a limited number seat
Correct.
for a movie.
For a week. It's not like I dropped anything last week.
But not many people want to go to the movies
Then it's
during
not-
the
no, no,
week.
that
Okay, no,
important
that's
to
bullshit.
them.
That's bullshit, especially with a 3-hour movie. If you work a 40-hour-a-week job,
Sure.
Right.
So, like, here's the deal. Like, saying it's not important to me. No, if you were a person,
Your wife is a busy lady. She made a point to watch it. It was important enough
On a Sunday.
for her to watch it.
She was lucky enough to get seats.
They are
on
running
a
how
Sunday.
many episodes? How many showings on a Sunday?
Brother, I tried to go to multiple
Cousin
movie
Brian's
theaters
kid went and watched it at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
because it was that important to her.
because they probably bought tickets.
no,
way in
because that was the
advance.
only
if you're
3D
watching
showing they were showing that
Count
day.
Thursday, so it was important for her to go to that because she wanted
And they
to
were
watch
and they were fortunate enough to get the tickets
that
for it.
particular because it was important enough to them to do
Devin,
it.
we'll get there. We'll get there. Calm your tits. We'll get there.
Dean Ambrose left. There you go.
I don't think that's a spoiler.
He's gone.
They've literally been telling us that for 2 months.
right.
Well, we finally believe it.
No,
believe
there's
it now.
there's definitely still people that don't.
Lio Rush isn't that smart. I'm spoiling the whole show for you.
Jeez. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. You don't need to continue to watch anymore now.
Go for the pin.
Great job, Ryan.
If you want to know about Go for the Pin, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/ you know what, you're not
We
going to give us
asked the
money if
hard
I just
question.
if I
$2.
just if I just ruin the movie for you, you're not going to give us any money. So.
Yeah, no shit.
So to run Damage Control, it's a great film. It is really the best way to wrap up 10 years and 22 films. It's just so good. It's classy.
Indie shows this weekend.
Unlike
Ryan, are
Ryan.
you going tomorrow?
Yeah, me and had a bubble in my throat.
Ryan and Matt tomorrow are going to Williamstown, New Jersey, to the H2O Wrestling Center.
That's
to see
goddamn
Stan
nice.
Styles Intergender Bonanza number 3. I think tickets are still available for it. 7:45 doors open. Bell time at 8:30. Make sure you get there. Some other shows this weekend. GCW The Block is Hot tomorrow night in the House of Independence, Asbury Park, New Jersey. Bell doors at 7. Bell at 8. On Saturday, GCW The Last Ones Left, coming to you from Summit Park District Building in Summit, Illinois. Doors at 7. Bell time is at 8. WH2O, that is the Women's Hardcore Hustle organization. Bloods, Broads, and Barbed Wire. Saturday from the H2O Wrestling Center, Williamstown, New Jersey. Doors at 7:30 p.m. Bell time is at 8. Then you have Seven Valley Wars being presented by SWO. That is at the Seven Valleys Fire Company Saturday night in Seven Valleys, PA. Doors at 6. Bell time is at 7. And then this one's a pretty important one. If you can make it out to Baltimore on Sunday, MCW is putting on a crab feast for the Bruiser. The Bruiser diagnosed with somebody help me. My brain's locked up.
Leukemia.
Yes, thank you. So MCW is putting on a crab feast for the Bruiser Sunday from Jimmy's Famous Seafood in Baltimore from 5 till 8 for $65. You get all you can eat steamed crabs, corn on the cob, coleslaw, garden salad, fried chicken, pit beef, pit ham, pit turkey, barbecue baby back ribs, Louisiana Creole, Maryland crab soup, and 8 different options of draft beer.
Oh my God,
$65. I think I'm not sure if there are you can reserve a full table 10
They
for
were selling
$650.
I know they were selling.
So if you have 10 people that want to go to that, $650. But again, that is on Sunday. And all of the information on all of those can be found over 3countthursday.com under the upcoming indie shows page.
Hearing all of those foods, if Tim could make a sound effect, what sound effect would Tim make hearing all that?
That will never get old.
How many times can you say Seven Valleys in the SWO promo as well?
All of them. All of them. So once again this week, I decided to throw up a question of the week. And
You
if
decided to throw up?
I decided to put up.
He's gonna puke.
He's gonna puke. A question of the week up on Facebook and Twitter, and it was because the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is starting to take shape. Obviously, Becky Two Belts will be defending both of her belts at the pay-per-view. She'll be taking on Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's title and Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So I simply put out there as the question of the week, which women's title is Becky Lynch more likely to lose at Money in the Bank? We had a few comments. James said SmackDown. Ryan Miller, not this Ryan Miller, a different Ryan Miller, which always throws me off when there's a Ryan Miller commenting that isn't this one. He says, if anything, it would be the Raw title, but I don't think they would have hyped up Becky like this to pull the trigger on taking a title off of her. But if they do, the best way would be to give the Raw title to Lacey to push her. So he thinks that the SmackDown title will stay with Becky, Raw title moving to Lacey. And then Scotty said Charlotte will be a 9-time women's champion. Becky is needed on Raw badly since the women's division on SmackDown is loaded. So thoughts on this?
Can I pick both?
You can, but that is certainly an option.
Both.
She's gonna go from Becky Two Belts to Becky No Belts.
Becky No Belts.
Yes, because while I am a giant Becky Lynch fan, the fun was in the chase.
Okay.
I don't necessarily. I needed her to beat Becky Two Belts. I don't need her to stay Becky Two Belts. She can be Becky No Belts and continue to fight from underneath. That's all.
Ryan.
I don't think they have to pull the trigger. I mean, I get what you're saying, and you're right. But if they do, I'd love to see them put it on Lacey Evans. I feel like they are positioning her to do something really big in the WWE. So let's pull the trigger and see what we have with young Lacey Evans.
Yeah, I think the Raw Women's title is the way to go. Hello, Andy. Are we in trouble with that?
I don't think so. I mean, we did set up the match that he won at that Northern Tier Wrestling show.
We did.
Set it. It didn't always go his way, but we set it up to allow him to win.
Right. I mean, I just thought the most fair way to do it was, there was bad blood there. I think the best way to resolve a bad blood feud is no DQ, and I mean it seemed to.
I mean, he's now pinned the Red Scorpion
twice. So
I don't know.
You're welcome.
I mean, Tim, are you still sour on the winner, Andy Weinberg?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends on him.
Okay, fair.
I've forgotten, but if he wants to talk that talk,
he wants to run for Prime Minister of North Korea. That's nice.
He would have.
Okay.
I would say he would have my vote, but I don't think
my vote doesn't count.
They don't vote there. I don't think. I think people just go.
They vote with their silence, Jim.
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I think. I don't think you need to have. I don't think Charlotte needs. I don't think Charlotte needs another title win.
I don't think she does.
You know what
either.
I mean? Like, as much as I somewhat agree with Scotty that Raw's women's division probably needs Becky more than SmackDown's does. It just, I think WWE wants big things for Lacey Evans. So I think this is a great thing for that. If you have any opinions on the question of the week, which title Does
Do
Becky
not
Lynch?
hold that up on camera.
I just need to have it in case.
No, in case
on,
what?
man.
I'm
In case he saves us tonight.
as a
There's nothing to worry about.
As
I'm
a-
not going to hold it up.
just please.
People don't make signs to not hold them up.
Have you ever been to a WWE show?
Yes, I don't take signs.
Oh, good point.
I don't think Andy and you are going to be getting along anytime.
That's fine. I'm not paying attention.
anytime
He can say what he wants to
Okay,
say.
fair enough.
You can't. You're not that much of a winner if you're the only one who's calling you one.
Wow.
I feel like it just went from okay to not okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he wants to bring that smoke, that's fine.
Is that a whistle?
About to go down.
Is that a whistle sound effect?
That's
that
fine.
was all
Oh,
me.
I was like, I've
I
never
didn't
heard that one.
necessarily. I didn't necessarily try it, but it happened.
How you doing, Andy?
Scotty will be going to Stomping Grounds. We'll talk about that in just a little bit.
that's a
And
new
he's going to
name.
be wearing a 3-count shirt, so
Oh,
we
we
appreciate that,
appreciate
Scotty. Scotty. Now, if and this still boggles my mind that after seeing the video that Jon Moxley unveiled on his Twitter, in which the humor in that WWE made him get a Twitter account, and the only time he tweeted was that video. Is cool in and of itself. People think this is still part of the game that he's still in WWE, which theoretically, like, I'm not totally dismissing people's opinions, but
I mean, I guess it could be. I mean, it could be a WWE produced video.
It could
that
be.
Dean Ambrose is no longer, and it is now Jon Moxley going forward.
just,
he was
like-
running away from the big dog, even if he's still in the WWE, running away from the Shield to create his own entity. Because I think he would always be, as Dean Ambrose, always tied to the Shield. So there's why not? I mean, it could be. It could be. I don't think it is,
could
Jim,
be.
but I'm saying it could be.
I suppose. I just don't think WWE is going to lose. I don't know.
I also
anyway.
don't believe he's going to show up at like Tournament of Death.
No, I don't think
Like
so.
maybe
either.
GCW, no offense, but I don't think he's going to Tournament of Death anymore.
But anyway, if you didn't see the video, I don't know how you haven't seen the video. But there was a great Twitter account that.
Well, I guess, Jim, you could have not seen the video if it wasn't important to you. You could have not seen it if you didn't want to.
Yes, but you also choose not to because Twitter is always accessible, and a movie isn't necessarily always accessible.
Douche.
I'll take it.
a Twitter account, and the it sometimes it blows my mind and amazes me at the same time, like how quickly people will jump on things or whatnot, because within, I mean, just a couple of hours of this video dropping, there was a Twitter account at Pro Wrestling on Twitter that pointed out a series of kind of potential hidden things, hidden meanings within the video. One of them, I think you even kind of...
Can I interject that I didn't notice any of them the very first time I watched it?
Right.
I just watched it like, oh, wow, this is so cool.
He was being chased by a big dog as he escapes from prison through the yard. Only one hound is in pursuit, trying to keep him from escaping. He wanders past a wall where we see a pair of dice. Could it be relation to Las Vegas, maybe?
I think the dice showed a 2 and a 5.
Did they? Okay, I didn't catch that.
Which I believe
one,
is when-
and I don't think that was on
That's
that
a
one.
lucky number 7.
Yes, but it's also the 25th was when I think Double or Nothing is.
Is it?
Yes,
I believe.
Because there's on the wall you can see hash marks, maybe counting down a length of time, or if you count them out, they added up to 25. There was slight lighting on a different one, which is 5. So 525 would be Double or Nothing. There was a point where the camera panned to a set of dice that revealed the name Viper. I don't know.
I think that was the Viper Room.
Or the
Which
Viper
is-
Club?
The Viper Club, I think, which is in Las Vegas.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't necessarily.
But Dean also lives in Vegas.
He does.
That's correct.
He does. To be fair, Moxley lives in Vegas.
I mean, also
John.
Randy Orton went
John.
by the
John.
Viper.
Right,
Like,
and
so
it's
let's
a-
not read all into everything.
Right, exactly.
Right, you can read
exactly.
it multiple ways.
it's a, and these are just something that one account pointed out, like whether or not these were the intentional meanings of these things in the video, I don't know. There's a scene where he breaks down the prison, the walls of the prison cell, which could be an homage to another professional wrestler who escaped the promotion long ago to come to an upstart, with, of course, the theme of breaking the wall down. So, I woke up, checked my phone, saw the video. Well, I saw people going, "Holy shit, Moxley's back," and I was like, curious. Scroll.
Click, yeah.
See that, and then there were literally, I mean, it was within like an hour or so, and I'm just like, man, either this guy's living in a different part of the world, or like there's people who are just tuned into this way more than I am. It absolutely boggles the mind. But like, here's the deal. I think this is the final clear-cut sign that Dean Ambrose is done. Jon Moxley is done in the WWE, at least for now. Like I've said before, and I'll say again, I think eventually he finds his way back there. But I think he's done there for now, and that's fine. And whether or not he ends up at AEW, whether or not he ends up GCW, wherever. I mean, he's going to end up on wrestling somewhere at some point.
The only thing I can think of, though, is Double or Nothing. Mox may have a 90-day no-compete.
I have read that
I don't
he does
think
not.
he does. I think that was the thing from the beginning, is because his contract is expired.
But the same thing happened with Neville. When Neville's contract expired, he also had a 90-day no-compete.
That is true.
Because it's the Rick Rude rule. They don't want contracts to just expire, to have them be able to go wherever they can go.
But also, Dean Ambrose worked his contract out.
So did Rick Rude.
Not Neville.
Neville didn't.
Not Neville.
Not
No.
Neville.
Yeah.
So there might be a little bit. We've lost the comment section.
Possibly.
By the way, it's
Oh
gone.
yeah, it's gone.
It's gone right now.
Oh, what's going on with it?
I'm
busy. I'm busy doing other things for the show.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you. It's important to you. Andy Weinberg and intern Mark went to Hershey last year. So they're talking about when is Bowser from Sha Na Na going to be back up there. Because they are all big Bowser fans, I guess. They're probably the only three in existence
Gotcha.
that are big fans of Bowser. I don't get it.
I love Bowser. He's a great villain.
I guess that's the wrong one, though. This is like the Bowser.
Oh.
That guy.
And mine's like, the where's the princess?
Right.
What Bowser is this one?
The thing. He does that in that song, right? He does that, I think.
Sure.
Screw you. He does. I know what I'm talking about.
God dang it, Bobby.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Weinberg, I'll be in. I'm booked somewhere else. I sadly won't be in Harrisburg. So, the Winner's Army can hold a front somewhere else.
To Jason's question, because we actually did have a wrestling question in there. AEW will be on TV. They will have some sort of a TV deal. It has not been announced yet. It has been speculated on that it is with Turner Broadcasting, but that has not been made official yet.
There's a really good interview with Tony Khan on YouTube.
Okay.
It's a 30-minute YouTube video. Chris Van Vliet, Fliet.
That's where the kids get the term on Vliet.
Yeah. Yes. But it's a very good interview where he talks to Tony about the creations of AEW, where he sees himself being kind of being the Vince McMahon. Talks about how the comparison between themselves and WCW. It's a very good interview, and they do talk about the television deal. Long story short, they can't say much yet.
Sure, because it's not official.
It's not official. So,
real quick, Andy, I know I don't want to go too far off of your winning ways, but are tickets still available for the MCW event this Saturday? I'm not sure.
Sunday.
Do you know this Sunday the Crab Fest or the Feast? Do you know, are tickets still available for that? If you do, can you just put that in the comments and then go right back to talking about your favorite ride at Hershey Park?
Whatever's happening
or keeping
there.
my name in your mouth. I appreciate that.
He said hashtag cut Tim's hair.
That's fine. Go ahead, try.
Maybe we will cut Tim's hair.
Yeah.
Like later for a charity, like a St. Baldrick's charity event or something like
Possibly.
that.
Tickets are still available.
Awesome.
Good.
For the crab feast
Great.
for
That
the
is
Bruiser.
great.
So,
Dude, what a great value too.
Feed yourself for a really great cause.
yes,
Absolutely.
and you guys can resume as you were. But while you're doing that, just make sure you give it a share as well, so more people can talk about amusement rides or whatever by listening to the sweet tones of our voices. But yeah, it's to Jason's question. They will be on TV at some point. Obviously, right now there's only 2 shows that are confirmed to be happening at any point. That is, of course, Double or Nothing, Memorial Day weekend, and then the show in Jacksonville in July.
Fight for the Fallen.
Fight for the Fallen. Those are the 2 shows. Both of those will be on various different platforms, pay-per-view. Is the Fight TV app? I'm sure it's on. So that there's ways to get those. Those will not be on traditional TV.
It will be on like traditional pay-per-view though.
Yeah,
correct?
so it will be
You
on
can still- okay.
Yeah, pay-per-view. Fight
I thought
TV
you said
app.
that. I just wanted to make sure.
Andy, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to make it down to Jimmy's on Sunday. I'm going to try to, but I can't guarantee it.
And here's the deal: if you've not been to Jimmy's and you're kind of unsure,
Delicious.
Jimmy's is delicious. It is some of the best seafood I have ever had, and we know food. I mean, realistically, we know food.
Right.
It is delicious food.
Yeah. If there's one thing we can guarantee that we know about, it is food.
And coming from this direction, we don't have to cross the bridge.
That is 100% true.
That's a good.
Big Jim did not like that bridge whatsoever.
Not a big fan of bridges, Jim.
Fuck no. Why would I be?
I didn't know how long I was driving. I didn't know how long the bridge was.
We're talking the Chesapeake Bay Bridge.
Yeah.
Correct. So we're like driving over it, and then all of a sudden Jim gets real quiet.
Yeah.
And then I feel Jim like clam up, and he's looking at his phone.
Yeah, just staring.
And all of a
hole
sudden,
through-
like the car's getting warm, and I'm like, oh, let's turn the air up. What the hell's going on? Like, I don't really have a problem with bridges. I've taken like the Bay Bridge Tunnel, not
Fuck
a problem.
no.
But like Jim reacting to being like halfway across the bridge, and you just start doglegging slowly through it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I started to fucking freak out.
because you just keep going up.
You
There's,
just
like,
keep going up, and then you
forever
just go
and ever and
down.
ever.
Yeah.
That's how bridges
no,
work.
Fuck
but-
no.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck no, man.
His anxiety started to wear off on
Yeah,
me midway through this bridge.
I don't get that.
And then you get right out of it, and you got to fucking hit a tunnel right away.
Was there a tunnel?
There's a tunnel.
But
Well, maybe it wasn't right away. But
I'm from Hampton Roads, where to get anywhere you have to go through a bridge and over a tunnel, or over a bridge and through a tunnel.
the bridges of Madison County.
Yes,
Was filmed
exactly.
in Hampton Roads.
Yes.
I mean, are we talking like long bridges or just like bridges?
Like Three Humps Bridge.
One
down
of the
there in-
longest bridge tunnels in the United States.
like the Bay Bridge Tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that noise. I'll never go to where you're from.
It's a nice drive. It's really nice, especially at high tide when it feels like the water is
Nope.
right underneath the bridge.
No.
Sunrise
never.
or sunset, it's perfect, brother.
Nope, that's never a thing.
Oh, come
That'll
on.
no. Hell no.
Why?
No, fuck no.
It's just a road. It's a road. It's a well-constructed road with like pillars that just go all the way
Yeah,
to
those
It's not a troubled bridge over normal water.
Yeah, it's
It's a sturdy bridge over
Over-
troubled
Look, here's the
water.
deal. At some
It's not even
point,
troubled. It's
at
just,
some point, every bridge I feel like is going to collapse, and I just don't want to be on it when it happens.
Okay, that's
Like, I live in a state where we are terribly in the red, and most of our bridges are failing, and I just don't want to be on most of them when they fail.
But most of everything here is built on what is it? Limestone.
Limestone.
So everything is on shaky ground. In Virginia, we don't have that.
Like,
I
I'm
don't have to worry about sinkholes in Virginia.
Look, man, I'm just saying,
Here,
bridges collapse in every
Isn't-
state, and I
isn't-
don't need to be on it.
isn't that like the whatever kind of mall it is, the outlet mall? Isn't that about to get swallowed up by Jesus and the,
Yeah,
It wasn't-
and the
probably. I don't
sinkhole?
spend a
That
whole lot
wasn't
of...
a sinkhole.
Yeah, it actually wasn't.
That was like a faulty ground laying, like when they built that section. That was on the construction company.
Mark,
Okay.
and Mark, I can swim.
Hi, Mark.
Kinda. I can float because I'm fat, but I just don't want to be in that deep of water, man. And if I fall into water from a bridge, like, you're far away from land because that's why there's a fucking bridge there.
That's also a good point.
Like, I'm not going to be able to swim to land.
I mean, here's the deal. Like, a baby shark won't eat you.
Do. Dickhead. God, what an asshole.
Mark says, what about the waitress at the diner?
And how? Thanks for that, by the way.
It was not the Rockville outlets. It was the Tanger outlets.
Yeah, Tanger. Rockville
Tangerine
outlets.
outlets.
Rockville outlets,
that shit's been built for years.
Their economic stability is built on the same land that the Tanger outlets was built
That's
on.
the truth.
So let's look at Raw and SmackDown from this week.
So does Moxley show up on an indie show first or like an AEW show?
I think he shows up at AEW first. I think that's the first place he's gonna pop up, and then he's gonna hit the circuit. I mean, I think there's intentional meaning to at least some of the things in that video.
Unless it's just to have idiot marks like us talk about it and be like, "Oh, I've left all these crumbs for you that mean absolutely nothing. See you at Tournament of Death."
Oh man, I and this is no slight on CZW. I just think that GCW is
the hot death hand,
right?
Right now,
Is where you're going to end up,
right? But he could literally go anywhere.
He could. He absolutely could.
Roommate and I were talking about this. Mox going to the Indies is the equivalent, like the modern day equivalent of when Brian Pillman got let go from his WCW contract.
Yeah,
Brian Pillman was about the hottest he could ever have been in WCW, got let go, was able to go anywhere he wanted. So following the path of Brian Pillman through ECW and then finally WWE and like
That's fair.
All of that, except Dean Ambrose is a top 50 WWE superstar of all time. Dean Ambrose is a top 10 WWE superstar today. And so you let a top 10 guy, a guy who Vince McMahon said is what I look for in a superstar, said that Dean Ambrose had grabbed the brass ring. He's a former WWE champion.
That's correct.
And he chose to leave the fold, and he's doing his own thing.
Well, here's the thing. Like, when I say he's going to end up at Double or Nothing,
you don't mean exclusively.
I don't think he's going to be an AEW superstar. I think he is going to work out some sort of a one-off deal and then end up elsewhere. But also, again, too, is even the guys who are AEW superstars, they're still going to be able to work other dates. So I even if Dean does have some sort of working deal with AEW, I don't think that's the only place he works, because I don't think that would be smart for him. I
agree. I don't think he needs the money though either. I think he's doing this for like the love of the game.
I think so too, and that's what's really cool about it.
So if you are DJ Hyde and like you land Jon Moxley at Tournament of Death, do you advertise that?
No.
You allow that to you whatever sales you have. I mean, it's Tournament of Death. You're selling anyway.
Right, but you bank on the shock value of him showing up and making people go, because it makes people buy the DVD.
Yep.
It makes people
buy the feed right away the next day.
Buy the feed, and that next event, especially if he's booked for the next event, it makes whatever the follow-up show to Tournament of Death is quintuple
that much
more
bigger.
Successful.
Sure.
Like, Tournament of Death is easily going to sell out a venue. But
on itself.
On Tournament of Death.
Right.
Yeah. CZW the night after Tournament of Death. What are you going to do?
Now you're not a deathmatch guy.
I'm not much.
Neither am I.
The perspective of Moxley showing up, would that sell you a ticket?
No.
To Tournament of Death?
Yes.
No, I'm not standing out in a field in July.
It's indoors now though.
Oh, is it now?
This year it is.
Okay.
But I see what you're saying. Yeah. Let's go hang out at the old DJ Hyde's parents.
Yeah. Being inside, possibly, but here's the thing: if it would have to be, I have nothing else going on that day.
Okay.
Like,
that's fair.
It's not going to drag me.
So a Saturday in June or May, it's not going to happen.
And that's not because I don't like Moxley or what have you. It's just, I mean, that's a long day commitment to a type of event that wouldn't normally get me in the door.
Okay.
It's more, I'm not a fan of that style.
Got it. That's
versus
fine. Yep. And
Moxley.
I
Mark, I don't think Punk's at AEW. I don't think he will be in AEW. I think
I would put more money on Punk showing up at Double or Nothing than I would put Jon Moxley.
wow.
Oh, really?
damn, really?
Punk's worked in indie lately.
True.
That's true. That's
yeah.
true. If Punk has a bit of the itch, and what better way to get at the WWE? Like if he's still sour grapes about this.
Punk versus Moxley at Double or Nothing. Unannounced.
There you go.
Wouldn't that be fucking wild?
I'm just excited for Double or Nothing. That card looks great.
We'll have to talk about that because I don't even know what that card's really shaping up like right now.
yeah,
Outside of like the main few matches.
the card's solid. The card is solid. So Raw, SmackDown, nothing super special this week. The Money in the Bank participants officially announced. From Raw, on the men's side, you have Ricochet, Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin. From the SmackDown side for the men, you have Ali, Finn Balor, Andrade, and Randy Orton. So just looking at the men side here, who do you think out of those 8 is your most likely Money in the Bank winner?
Absolutely nobody from SmackDown, unfortunately.
You don't think?
I don't think so. If I had to put money on somebody right now, I would have to say Braun Strowman, just to try to make this Andre tournament or the Andre Battle Royal seem to carry a little more weight. Let's give him. And again, I think the guy is long overdue for a even short championship run. Braun Strowman.
Oh yeah, long overdue. Tim.
Don't be surprised if Baron Corbin wins the men's Money in the Bank.
China.
That was for Mark.
That's fine.
Good night, Brian.
Good night, Brian. I mean, if Mark doesn't like Baron Corbin and being Money in the Bank, then that's fine. I mean,
Oh no, I think it's bedtime for Brian.
I'm not talking about Brian. I'm talking about Mark.
Oh.
Mark. If Mark doesn't like Baron Corbin winning Money in the Bank, then I mean that kind of says.
No, he just asked in the comments, "Can you play Trump saying China?"
Oh,
He literally had asked for that.
I thought the poop was Mark.
Oh no, that was my mouth.
Oh,
That was
me.
you. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, that's me just being
Sorry, Mark. Didn't mean to go after you, bud.
just being pooey.
Ding.
that will always
Oh, by the way, did you know that the name Viking Experience didn't go away?
What do you mean?
The Viking Experience is actually the name of their finisher.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so Eric and Ivar,
And they're still the Viking Raiders this week.
Viking Raiders.
Okay.
Hinger dinger dinger.
I mean, the Viking Experience for a finishing move works, though. That's okay. I don't mind that as like their finisher name.
I don't like the fact that they almost killed Kalisto with that one.
You win some, lose some.
It's just
The life of Kalisto. You're like, well, you win some, you
Yeah,
lose
well.
some.
yeah, good lucha.
I was gonna say
A good lucha always lands on his feet.
Mark says he cannot stand Corbin. Devin says Drew McIntyre is his favorite to win.
I think that it's going to be somebody who needs Money in the Bank. I don't think Drew. I don't think Baron, or not Baron. I don't think Braun. I don't think Randy is going to win Money in the Bank. I think at this point it's going to be somebody who needs it to elevate. A Baron Corbin, an Ali. Ali could very easily sneak in there. And then how apropos would it be for Ali to cash in Money in the Bank on the guy who took his opportunity, Kofi Kingston?
That would be fun.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Jason says the way
know.
WWE handled Braun is shameful. They've already buried his character. Hopefully he wins money, but he's fine.
He's absolutely fine.
He's one of the most over guys on the roster.
I
And he doesn't need a
personally
title.
wish they would have given him a short title run.
No, I think
He was like throwing Kevin Owens around in a porta potty.
He absolutely should have got, but like he is not buried in any way, shape, or form.
He's not as hot as he was a year ago.
He ain't as good as he once was, but he's as good once as he ever was.
Thanks, Toby Keith. But yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's if there's anybody in the company that's fine, he's one of them. especially given the fact that like any bit of fat that he had like 6 months ago is like gone. Yeah. The guy is he's one of the most terrifying people.
I still
ever.
love watching him run.
Oh, it's the best. It is just the best. And it's probably because his knees are all just destroyed from between wrestling and bodybuilding and
Power
strongmanning. Mark says Balor. I'm going to say Andrade because I want it to be Andrade. Do I really think
and
it will
that
be
guy's
Andrade?
a pimp.
Good for him.
Pimp.
Good for him.
It's pimpin'.
Yeah, 100%. All right, on the women's side, we have Natalya, Dana Brooke, Naomi, and Alexa Bliss from Raw. Bailey, Mandy Rose, Ember Moon, and Carmella from SmackDown Live. Ryan.
Mandy motherfucking Rose. Without hesitation.
Nice. Is that just to make Tim angry?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Tim.
But this run will make Tim a fan.
Are you kidding?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Such an idiot.
Yeah, stupid. Eat the food, you fat lard.
Sounded like Bret Hart.
So, eat the food, you fat lard. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go with who you think I'm gonna go with. I'm not gonna go with my my niece, Natalya. I'm not gonna do that. I'm actually gonna go with. I'm not going Mandy Rose. There's no way on God's beautiful green earth I will ever say Mandy Rose wins anything other than who is Sonya Deville's tag partner. That's the
I'm bummed out she's not in this match.
I don't like that she just gave that spot up.
Yeah.
My pick is going to be Dana Brooke.
Why not?
I can't wait, bruh.
I love it.
Ew.
Dana Brooke, man. She's in the best shape of her life.
I'm not going to deny that.
She's in the best shape of her life. She can cut a promo now.
She
can't smile.
Can?
That's how she
It's
cuts
from the
promos.
Natalya fan.
I will never
My
say.
name's Natalya, and I'm Jim Neidhart's daughter.
When have I ever said Natalya can cut a good promo?
Hit the fart button.
I'm Bret Hart.
When have I ever said she could cut a good promo?
Well, I'm just saying.
Dude, she looks so hot outside of her gear.
It's not fair.
It is unfair, dude. Her gear does nothing for her.
Nothing.
Like,
She's got a really good physique.
Absolutely.
For like an 80-year-old woman. She's attractive.
She's not a good promo. Neither is Dana Brooke. That's all I'm saying. She might win it. I don't know.
Devin says Ember Moon. Was she even in the match?
She's in the match.
Yeah, she's in the.
She's
in
I must have stopped
the
listening.
Money in the Bank.
No, see, you said way too many words.
No,
and way too quickly to try and do Dana Brooke.
She's not William effing Shatner. She's Dana Brooke. She can put words together.
That's a bold claim. That is a bold claim.
Bold claim, Cotton.
What prevents her from talking right? Is
Nothing.
it the Botox or
It
just
might
like
be-
a lack
No.
of intelligence?
I don't know. Like,
She's memorizing a promo. Let her spit it out however she can. It's a mnemonic device. It's better than Ronda Rousey going to
Okay, don't make fun of Nakamura.
No, Nakamura, he talk like the knee.
right. I'm not going to say he's a good promo either.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, his face goes this way.
Jesus
Brooke goes
Christ.
this way.
He scrunch his whole. He scrunch his face.
Right,
like
and Dana
this.
Brooke can't blink.
She can. It just
she?
it causes the back of her hair to just rip
to
out
rip
of her
out.
scalp.
You think she might win? I'm gonna say Bailey wins.
Hey, my Bailey shirt.
I'm gonna say
Voting for Bailey.
I'm gonna
Chair
say
makes it sound
Bailey
like a fart. I don't like that. I
Well,
have to.
you
I always want to bring WD-40 and I forget about. I'm also afraid if I WD-40 this, it'll just fall apart. Put that much weight
squank.
on a loose chair.
Andy Weinberg still talking about me?
No, I think.
Okay,
I
cool.
think
He settled
I think
down.
he
He
gone.
went and watched.
Is it pudding time at the home?
He went and watched Bowser videos on YouTube.
Good for him. Shana na. Goodbye.
I feel like that's a different Shana.
Yeah, it's the same to me.
I don't. I'm so confused right now.
I'm not gonna lie. For a long time, I only knew Bowser from the Adam Sandler song.
Oh, the
And Bowser from
Sean
Sha-Na-Na.
and Arthur Fonzarelli. Like,
And Arthur Fonzarelli.
that's all I knew Bowser from until Inter and Mark started going up to Hershey and became like the Bowser
mayor.
fan club
The mayor.
president. What the fuck was that? Was that you?
I don't fucking know anymore.
That one, the Bowser noise.
Is that what it was?
What is happening?
I don't know.
Hey, look, it's a off news night.
Sure.
Let me see what else was
I
there.
mean, there's a
from
bunch
Raw.
of news.
Sociopath.
Right.
How do you spell sociopath?
Dude, I love.
Hey, can you spell sociopath without looking at your sheet?
I didn't write it down.
SOCIOPATH.
Hit that ding.
Get
Get yourself a ding.
Hit that ding.
Hit that ding.
Bray Wyatt has the worst T-shirts now on the WWE. Have you seen them?
There. Well,
Is it the plain black shirt?
No.
It is just the Firefly Funhouse shirt
No, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect.
and just like the three characters.
Yeah, I'm bummed out that they're all slim fit.
Are they really?
Did you hear that his idea for a T-shirt was just a plain black T-shirt?
So this week
With
they
just the WWE thing in the corner?
Yes,
Oh, I love that.
I would buy 12.
fucking right. Are you kidding?
12.
That's great.
They announced on the Firefly Funhouse this week. The creepy witch doll is
Abby.
So yeah, it's pieces are slowly but surely coming together, and I'm here for all of this.
And what's the name of the rabbit?
Jesus.
No, Jim, that's way too
Not Jesus.
I don't think the E would go there.
Somebody look it up. Look it up.
I'm writing questions.
Is Alexa hooked up to us tonight?
No.
No, okay.
But yeah, I'm here for all of this.
It's like Hustle Rabbit or something.
It's just so good. Like I can't wait to see like what level of creepiness they
Anybody hit it in the comments yet? I feel like our fans are.
I don't know. I'm trying to
quicker
start the
than-
watch
okay.
party thingy. If it
Top
works.
10 male or female rabbit names: Thumper, Oreo, Bun Bun, Snow Bun, Cinnabon. Any of them?
Nope, does not have.
God damn it!
Rambling Rabbit.
Yes.
I wasn't even close with Bun Bun.
No, not at all.
All you had to type in Google was Bray Wyatt's rabbit. And
Dude, that's what Bray's rabbit name. I didn't put Wyatt. That's my problem.
sure didn't.
So one of the big news pieces out of this week was that it was like the worst, and I'm not, again, we know my feeling about ratings. It was like the lowest rated, fell below 2 million in the third hour.
Okay, cool. Really hot NHL playoffs. Really cool. Really hot NBA playoffs. Not mad. Relax.
Yeah, and like that was the thing I pointed out, because again, everybody wants to put the worst ratings ever spin on it. The hours of Monday Night Raw were the fourth, fifth, and sixth most watched things on cable this week. So once again, like and like you said, people are going to tune in to live sports over.
Because I guess it's important to them, right, Ryan?
Sure.
Would you
Absolutely.
For Christ's sake. You know, the live sports are going to get tuned into more again. Hot Stanley Cup playoffs, hot NBA playoffs.
But what are the Stanley Cup? And I'm not trying to downplay like your love of hockey, because I enjoy hockey. I'm clearly not as much as you. But like, what are the ratings of the Stanley Cup playoffs right now? Like, they're not even touching. Like, if Raw is 3, 4, and 5 on cable that night, that is still beating the Stanley Cup playoffs.
It is beating the Stanley Cup
because
playoffs.
they are also on cable, correct?
They are. I think the one night, I think it might have even have been Monday, was, I think it was 898,000.
Okay.
But here, like, it was the highest the Stanley Cup playoffs have been in over 7 years.
Wow. Okay.
And here's the thing: like, even if it's just 898,000 people, that's 898,000 people that aren't or at least a segment of that 898 that aren't watching Raw. Like, and that's what people tend to forget too. And it's also, the end of April, beginning of May. You're getting finals weeks in colleges. You're getting spring vacations, summer vacations. It's springtime. People are out later in the day doing yard work, enjoying the weather, et cetera, et cetera. There's any number of reasons why. And also, it's WrestleMania hangover season.
Sure.
Like, we're less than a month removed from WrestleMania. And I feel like every year, now granted, the solid number is lower, absolutely. But, again, look at cable across the board. Things are down.
But I feel like that is a great statement to look at the ratings being down for the year. But like now the lowest of the ratings being down would indicate this wasn't a great show. You know what I mean? Like yep, ratings are down, period. That's a blanket statement.
No, I don't.
But now this is the lowest of the ratings being low.
I don't think that the rating of the show means it was a bad show.
Okay.
Necessarily. Because there was one Raw, I want to say it was last fall or something that was talking about how great the Raw was, and it was one of the lowest viewed in like a 2-month period.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
So
okay.
low is like
people just choosing not to watch it.
Right. Something being low rated does not. And again,
and realistically, that's okay. Like if you want to just not watch a week of Raw,
that's totally fine.
You don't have to consume.
You can go to YouTube, which
sure,
and I looked on the YouTube views Tuesday morning or Tuesday early afternoon when people were talking about the terrible ratings that Raw had. There was at least 3 of the Raw highlight clips on YouTube that had over 1 million views. So like,
yeah, there you go.
Yes, the TV rating is down, Vince Russo, but that doesn't necessarily mean eyes aren't getting on the product,
bro.
You know what I mean? Like it's
bro.
Sign. It's a sign of the times. Lance asks, "Is there a crossover? Is there really a crossover demographic from wrestling to hockey?" Yes,
I would think so. I think it's both
there's
contact sport.
There's at least one in the panel of 3 Count
right,
Thursday.
at least 33% of this table.
Yeah.
I would watch the NHL playoffs only behind the National Football League playoffs.
Yeah.
I would watch that above the NBA and the World Series playoffs.
Yeah, it's you know what I mean? And
playoff hockey's fantastic.
My team got eliminated last Wednesday, and I have watched hockey every day since then.
I would be so out. Like I wouldn't.
I normally am. Normally when the Caps get eliminated, it's at least halfway through the next set of series that I even begin watching again. But this year's fucking nuts. Like this is like one of the fucking silliest years ever. All the division winners eliminated. Obviously the President's Trophy, which is the best regular season record, eliminated.
Who's that?
The Tampa Bay Lightning.
Wow.
They were gone. They were swept in the first round.
Who swept them?
The Columbus Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets.
And then, obviously, your defending champions gone.
Did the Golden Knights make it out?
No, they lost to the Sharks.
Holy crap!
I know you can't even watch a cool pregame anymore.
They were up. They were up three games to 2 and lost game 6 and 7. They lost game 6 at home, which is fucking banana.
It's bananas. Hi, Rob Noxious.
Hey Ryan, are you gonna yeah him the entire time he talks about hockey?
Who?
Big Jim.
Jim, no, I enjoy hockey. We're going to watch the Bears next Tuesday.
Right, but you're like every time Jim makes a point, you're just like rerunning him.
Oh, for this?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Yeah, the Blue Jackets.
They were eliminated. I'm just trying to drive home the point.
Lance says
6 and
I'm his
7.
personal hype man.
And 7.
Hi, Lance.
Are you going to start asking for double your pay?
No,
Ooh,
absolutely
we'll get there.
not. Ooh, salty.
Lance says, and speaking as
Mama!
a very,
I'm going to no-sell this table.
very casual viewer, Firefly Funhouse definitely has him wanting to watch more regularly.
Yes,
that's
exciting.
awesome.
There's a lot of fan theories that are going around on Twitter, and Bray Wyatt is a really good Twitter follow because he is responding to people
Yes.
who are giving their theories. Ooh. And one of the biggest theories is that the Firefly Funhouse is Bray Wyatt's delusions from inside of a mental facility.
Well, we touched on that last week.
Okay.
I didn't know if you had a chance to catch up to it because
No.
there was a Twitter account that pointed out there was a lot of old tweets that were scrubbed from Bray Wyatt's account. But the ones that were still there, we're talking about it was like day 23 and patient is showing signs of aggression, blah blah blah, and it was signed by Dr. Mercy or Mercy PhD. the buzzard's name is Mercy. Like, yeah, there's a lot of really hidden stuff.
It's worse with the shave.
No, I'm sorry.
It's so worse, man.
It's like a tiny little nutsack on my chin. It's so
But
weird.
yeah, and like the Ryan even pointed out that the first episode when he had the gloves on, one said hurt, one said heal, and he listened to the hurt side before he cut his head off the cutout. So like he's clearly like in a good place right now, but the dude's still fucking whack. Which
there it was. You remember Lance, right?
Yeah.
From Target?
Yeah.
Old Lance.
What's up, Lance?
Old Lancey pants.
Do the dance, Lance.
So Jeff Hardy is out
Rip.
for the remainder of the year.
For the first time, like in his entire career, that he's been hurt. Really.
Right, knee injury, right?
Yeah, and this
Unreal.
is knee jammy, blown out.
That's a bummer.
So what happens to the SmackDown tag titles, do you say? Would you say you put them at the top of a ladder and you have teams from Raw and SmackDown compete
You think?
in a ladder match at Money in the Bank to claim the new champ?
So, do you think this could be the first? That was like the longest Dr. Evil
really
thing.
long.
That was
That was
Family
like
Guy beating the dead horse
in
level.
the Brook doing
Dr.
the Dr. Evil promo.
Yeah, but you got to get your eyes wide open. Act surprised.
Mr. Biggsworth, come here for Daddy, please.
Sounds like you're trying to find a channel on the radio.
Yeah, have you listened to Dana Brooke?
I'm just saying, it's what it sounds like. Good times. We're having fun here. What were we
I've almost
talking about?
got all my trivia too.
That's exciting. Oh, that's right.
Oh shit! I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
how exciting.
Ryan reminded me. When
Tim is up 1-0 on the whole dais here.
proof I'm the smartest dais member.
That's true.
And sorry, no Matt today either.
The revival.
Get a revival.
The revival
King of
reportedly
Herbs.
were offered 5-year, $500,000 per year deals, which as of earlier in the week were not accepted.
I also heard a dirty, nasty rumor that they weren't accepting any new offers. That they were just shutting it off.
Oh, that they're just going to be
They're done. I think they're done.
They're done from the E.
They going all in.
If they ever been another group of people that going all in,
F the
that's
revival.
them. FTR, baby.
FTR.
And you know what? Like that's probably the best move for them.
Man, give me the revival versus the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Booties versus whoever else.
Sure, why not?
Give me that all day.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Them versus Chuck Taylor and Trent. Heck yeah.
Yesterday,
yeah.
Yesterday, the wrestling Twitter sphere got
See, I did a thing. You did a thing with my shirt.
sent ablaze when it was announced by the WWE that the Saudi General Sports Authority, in partnership with the WWE, will host an event at King Abdullah Sports City Stadium in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
Sure.
On Friday, June 7th. The event will feature WWE superstars Roman Reigns, Undertaker, Kofi Kingston, Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, Goldberg, AJ Styles, and Brock Lesnar, and will stream live on the WWE Network. Additional details on the event's matches, ticket availability, and pricing and regional broadcast information will be announced in the coming weeks.
Cool.
So, Ryan, Goldberg, is he
Not watching, don't give a shit.
He didn't.
Nope. Haven't watched the other two.
Goldberg's not pulling you in.
Don't give a shit. Nope. Not going to watch
Really?
it. Absolutely not.
Not
You know who
Goldberg.
would make me watch? Any of the women wrestlers.
Okay, I just wondered maybe.
There's my answer.
I know you're a Goldberg guy.
Nope.
So.
Goldberg kid guy. Take his shirt off.
What if his kid?
What if Goldberg's kid shows up?
What if his kid
and
wrestles
spears
Nicholas?
Prince Abdullah?
Oh, God
Prince
damn.
Amidala?
Prince Amidala?
Prince Abdullah the Butcher. I might tune in.
Prince Sharif Abdul Rahim.
I would find that clip at least.
Now, what if it was scrubbed from all of the internet except for the award-winning WWE Network, and the only way you could watch it is you had to watch every second of the
Are you
third.
telling me there is a chance that could happen, or it absolutely will happen?
In this scenario,
Yes.
the only way you could watch it would be to watch the entirety of the, like, you had to watch all of it, and then the video of the spear is unlocked for you to watch.
Okay. I mean, I'm not opposed to like them bringing back
It's like the most absurd.
old talent or anything like that. So like that's not where my opposition lies. So I would probably enjoy watching a part of the show.
But
to watch Goldberg's kid stand at ringside, take his shirt off,
and
run into the ring, and spear Prince Amadabadaba.
Yeah, Prince Abadi Abada. He's blue.
He's blue. I would
blew his palace with the blue little windows.
Yeah, fuck it. I'd watch it.
And the blue caravan.
That would do it.
And everything is blue.
Everybody's got a price.
And his people.
So either get, yeah. It's just easier that way sometimes.
Give me a mic.
Sometimes it's that easier.
So it's either get the women on the card or have Goldberg's kids spear Prince.
Topless spear
Prince Amidala.
You know what's really sad?
That boy's got a body like me.
What's really sad is that the second option is way more likely than the first.
Yeah.
It probably is.
Yeah, at least this year.
I love it.
At least in 2019.
But hey, fuck it. Go get the money. Don't act like that's not what it's about.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Not gonna watch. Are you watching? You watch?
I'll have it on.
Heck yeah, I'll watch. I need something to do.
It's gonna be the normal Friday afternoon at work. I'll have it on. I won't be able to sit and absorb it as it happens. I will probably not go back and watch it again.
It's just in the background. It's not an active watch. It's noise.
Yeah, it's a house show with Goldberg and Lesnar and Undertaker on it.
It's something to do while I'm doing something more important.
Yeah.
You know, like if titles change hands, you would not be upset not catching that.
No.
Here's the deal: because if titles change hands or anything that happens, they're going to recap it 2 days later on Monday Night Raw anyway.
Fair.
So it's there's going to be a build to it. I'll like I said, I'll have it on somewhat. I'll catch it parts of it when I
That
can.
seems like a reasonable reaction to something not that important to you. Then to watch it live.
Oh my god. So Lio Rush is apparently yikes. Lio Rush not this is just kind of I highlighted a bunch of crap about this whole scenario.
That entire page might as well be yellow, Jim.
Yeah, Lio Rush was not present this week of Raw. There's been heat on Lio Rush for various reasons, such as rubbing the locker room the wrong way and turning away advice from numerous veterans. PW Insider reports that past issues Lio has had backstage, particularly mentioning the November European tour on which he blew off standard backstage etiquette. The etiquette includes providing waters for talents after matches, bringing water coolers to the hotel so that fellow members of the roster can converse and socialize within a common area. Those aforementioned duties are normally taken care of by newer members of the roster. After some of that sort of news came out this week, Lio responded with an interview with Fightful.com. He said that his issues are not with Bobby Lashley or working with him, but with not being paid for merchandise that uses catchphrase and not being paid what he feels he's worth. He said, in quote, "My issue has never been with Lashley. Being with Bobby has helped both of us out tremendously. It's given me speaking confidence I didn't know I had. I was never a big promo guy on the indies. But being with Bobby made me a promo guy. My issue isn't my on-screen role. My issue is the fact that I haven't been on meet and greets with Bobby, haven't been getting paid for merchandise for us that has my catchphrases on them. I've been sent to live shows and TVs and forced to pay my own rental for 5 days as well as hotel while not making enough money to do so. Walking around broke in the biggest sports entertainment industry that there is, having 2 kids and a wife to support." Rush also said he believes someone in WWE is leaking false information to get him released. So let's kind of absorb this part of it. And then there was some stuff with Mark Henry on Busted Open Radio that he touched on as well. Because I know when the initial reports about the, not getting the water and those sort of things kind of rub people the wrong way. And they're like, what kind of fucking company is a WWE to work in and blah, blah, blah. And like, I get that things can be perceived a certain way when you read them in an article, but like, here's the deal. Like we've been around, independent wrestling for a few years now. I mean, we've done things like help set up the ring. We've done things like sweep out the ring, help clean up the ring when there's a hardcore match, clean up streamers, do this, do that. Like it's just kind of something that you do.
Right. To me, I think that's just a respect thing. Multiple times. I mean, Sometimes I've torn down rings. I've folded chairs. The guy that I commentate with, other James at Atomic, and sorry if he gets upset for calling him out, but we'll stay through the entire process of tearing down. I mean, he will be the first guy with the broom sweeping out the Stevens Fire Hall. Does he have to do that? Probably not. But is it like a respect thing and giving back to like the business that he thoroughly enjoys? Absolutely. Now, if the guy's not getting paid right, he's got a gripe. Like if he's walking around not making money, according to like Lio Rush's side, and he's not getting compensated properly, that he's got a gripe. Like if he's not getting T-shirt or merch money, if you know what I mean, if he's in the biggest wrestling company in the world, he's struggling to make ends meet, then he signed a shitty contract, or he's not getting compensated properly,
or he's
somewhere.
overspending.
That's a good point. You know, that could be.
And Mark Henry touched on that on Busted Open Radio. He first off, he talks about the kind, to the, paying your dues and whatever. He said, it's an ego issue. Who are you? Nobody is exempt from being respectful to the business and paying homage to the guys drawing money. We've all done it. Steve Austin did it. The Rock did it. Are you saying you're better than The Rock? He also said that he approached Lio Rush in the past to ask him about some of the issues. He said, I pulled him aside the last time I saw him. I said, I'm hearing stuff about it in the locker room. I asked what's wrong. He said nothing's wrong, but it was a blatant lie to my face. And then in terms of the money thing, he goes, if you can't pay for a rental car, you can't pay for a hotel with the money that you're making every week. You need to change the way you're spending. You can't blame that on the office. If you spent everything before you got it, that's your problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's
a fair take.
Here's the deal. I know how much I make every 2 weeks. I know what I have to do to pay my bills, and I know how much money I have to spend. Like, if I overdo it, that's on me. That's not on...
Right, if come Thursday, Friday, you're tight. I agree. You're absolutely right.
Like, I mean, I'll be 100% honest.
I take what I said. That's true. You're
all this week, I literally had about $1.27 in my bank account left over. Like after bills and after all of that. So I did nothing all week.
You didn't need that Pornhub subscription.
I know I didn't. I got to remember to cancel that. They do that funny thing where they give you a free trial.
Yep. It always gets you.
But I didn't get to stop for the iced coffee this week. I didn't get to stop for the breakfast sandwich, one day this week. Like it didn't happen,
But that sucks.
It's a shitty week.
It sucks.
But it is what it is.
But it's self-inflicted.
Sure.
100%.
Like
even if it's not, and like adult things happen, and you're tight for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, if a surprise car bill pops up, You're gonna hand out? Are you handing out money?
Go buy yourself something nice.
Look at this guy.
Money.
Jim's rich, folks.
Go buy yourself something nice, kid. Don't spend it all in one place.
Here we go.
Is Matt here?
Here comes the money.
And then
Matt, get off the roof.
then today, it came out that, and this was, I think, from PW Insider. I saw earlier today that Lio Rush was reportedly offered a new 5-year contract, said to be in the range of $300,000. He reportedly turned down that offer and asked for double the pay. His current contract expires in 2020. He's reportedly suggested at least numerous times that WWE should release him so he can, quote, show them what he can accomplish outside the company. There's no word yet on when Rush will return to WWE TV, but he has reportedly been pulled from the upcoming European tour, which that decision was made about a week ago, and Rush has been backstage at Raw, but obviously not used.
So it sounds like Lio Rush has a problem with his on-screen role, which he said he didn't have.
Right. Well, and here's the thing, too. Like, so you have an issue, maybe, and again, this is my opinion. I'm not necessarily saying Lio Rush did anything wrong, but what's up, Dave? How you doing, bud?
Yo.
Like, here's the deal. If you have a problem, maybe the best way to handle it is not to go on to Fightful.com and air grievances when you're in the midst of a...
Sure. I mean, it's on him. I know if somebody told me they were going to pay me $300,000 for 5 years worth of work, I would be signing that piece of paper immediately.
Yeah.
Especially,
Very, very fast.
especially to do something that I love.
That's $300,000 a year for 5 years. Is that what it is, or is
That's the downside guarantee.
Yes.
it a year?
That doesn't include pay-per-view,
No, is that-
Or
merch.
is that 5 years? $300,000 covers the entire 5 years.
I think that's
That's
60.
not-
I think that's $60,000 a year for 5 years.
Yeah, I would assume so, because I would think the
Now,
revivals.
what was the revival then? I thought that was a year, though.
The Revival were offered $500,000 a year for 5 years. This
That can't be
says
right.
a
See, I don't-
5-year contract said to be in the range of $300,000. That's
See, I think that deal for the revival might be like a combined number.
For the tag team?
Yeah. But even so, like I don't think that because there's the downside guarantee. I don't know.
I just can't believe they're only paying Lio Rush $60,000
Why?
a year. Why?
That's tough. I don't know.
A fucking bank teller almost makes that, right? Like fucking Target's raising the starting weight to $15 an hour.
true.
Like for a kid slugging carts at 17 years old.
You know, that's
Like,
actually
that's
probably
like,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
Maybe
it
it
just
is.
seems-
Maybe it's
it could
three.
be
It's got to be
300,000
$300,000 a year then.
Then
Yeah.
sign that shit, motherfucker.
Here's the thing.
Sign
Like if
it.
that's what it is,
Here's the thing. They can sign me for half of that,
that's 5 years.
and I'll
That's-
do whatever the hell they want me to do.
If it's $300,000 a year, that's $1.5 million in 5 years. You're goddamn right. I will do whatever you want.
I will literally shut this show down if they want me to for half of that a year.
I would help you pack it up.
Right. Like it will be done.
Like, right
and
now-
you know what? I'll scrub
Right
the
here.
internet.
Sure.
This show will
Sorry, they just wired us the money. We got.
I feel like we would do it for $25 though too. Like we're
Nah,
not.
I'm not that cheap, Ryan. Jesus.
I can get you that iced coffee.
Give me a couple. Put a couple zeros on that.
Click.
But like
10
I-
grand.
like,
10 grand right now. 3 Count Thursday's got to go away. 10 grand in cash in your hand right now.
Is that each of us?
3 Count Thursday? No, it's Jim's decision.
How we get paid then?
Jim, it's
Jim. Okay, he's
Jim-
the host. We know that.
I'll buy
Yeah.
you guys a couple of T-shirts.
Jim. 10 grand. 10 grand. You can't. It's no more 3 Count Thursday, and you can't create 4 Count Friday. Like you cannot do another wrestling podcast.
Unless the WWE wants me to do it.
Yeah, they would have an embargo on you that you could not do
For just 10
for
grand.
10 grand cash untaxed. It doesn't count. It's just money in your hand under the table, and no more 3 Count Thursday.
Dave, we already did talk about Bray's character and Moxley coming back.
Yeah, the Mox thing was really early in the show.
Man, like, don't get me wrong, I love money, but like, for just 10 grand, and I know like this is a almost fucking wild thing to say, but for just 10 grand, I don't know that I could stop doing this.
I am in the same boat as Jim for 10 grand. To me, that's not worth it.
Here's the thing: if they're paying me some sort of,
They're not stopping you from like on Thursdays hanging out with your buds and talking wrestling.
Yeah, I don't like you guys enough to do that though.
no, because I like interacting with the fans. I like interacting.
But I like
You
what
can
we've
still
built.
tweet at people. Like
The
you
small
just-
thing
you
that we've
literally-
built.
You literally just can't do the show.
Untapped potential here with 3 Count Thursday.
Man, I don't know. That's tough. For just 10 grand, one time only.
Yeah,
Oof.
it's a big oof.
I don't know. I don't know that I could do it. I honestly don't know that I could do it for one time. But like, here's the thing: if WWE would sign me for any reason, for even what I'm making right now at my normal job, and they said you can't do the show, say if they sign me for 3 years, even at the salary I'm making now, this show's gone tomorrow.
The show's going today.
Well, yeah.
I'm literally getting up and like shutting your phone down, handing it to you.
Dave, I said I see Moxley showing up at Double or Nothing and then working the Indies.
And that's pretty much a consensus from all of us.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Plus or minus.
But yeah, it's if I work for WWE and they say the show's done, see ya, have fun. But I'm not. I don't think I would take a one time, because here's the thing: if I get paid $10,000 cash today, that $10,000 is gone tomorrow. It's being paid on some sort of bill, something. Like I'm not, and that's the sad thing is I'm not even going to enjoy it that much. I'm going to put it on my car. I'm going to put it towards, something with the house, something like that. But it's not even like, putting it towards the house to, why am I going to build the studio?
Okay.
If I can't do the show.
So what if they pay off your car? They pay off your truck. Truck's paid off.
See, I work for shit like that. That sounds stupid, but like, there's a part of me that like enjoys looking at my bills and enjoys seeing my bills.
I think
paid
Devin
off.
might have found the trump card on me here.
Uh-oh.
He said $10,000. I have a one night stand with Nikki Bella.
And
good night, everybody. Bye bye. See ya. Have fun.
There it was.
Yikes.
There it was.
If I get a hall pass,
right? You got to get the hall.
I gotta
pass
get the hall
first.
pass.
I gotta ask the principal.
I gotta ask the boss.
Now, if we're throwing out hypotheticals, then do you ask for a hall pass, knowing your wife will ask for a hall pass back, and do you give her that hall pass?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Okay. Just one was very quick.
Why not?
Okay, but here's
who would your wife's be? Do you know?
Thor probably.
Thor.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth.
But that's what she'd
Is
be
it
when she
Chris
came
Hemsworth,
back.
right? What?
She'd be Thor when she came back.
She'd be Thor with hell.
Oh.
He didn't say Mike Tyson.
Thor.
Oh, you're gonna be Thor, honey.
You're gonna be Thor. My back is broken.
I broke my back.
Spinal.
Dave, I'm not sure what you mean by pull a Lex Luger moment at Double or Nothing.
Just show up to open
like
the...
WCW first Nitro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like unplanned.
So I was thinking like
walking
narcissist
out.
Lex Luger at
The narcissist
at WrestleMania.
at,
Mania.
the WBC.
AEW Double or Nothing might happen, and like Moxley's just in the Mall of America shopping at Hot Topic. We don't know. It
Certainly
could happen.
possible.
At the Hot Topic that Baron Corbin manages.
Right. It all comes full circle.
And then go eat at the TGI Fridays, which Baron Corbin also manages.
And bartends.
Dude, I haven't been to a Fridays in forever.
I know. My wife and I were just talking about that the other week.
Fridays is tasty.
Fridays is fine.
I'll take Chili's and Applebee's before Fridays.
Oh, never
I will
Applebee's.
take Chili's before Fridays. I will not take Applebee's before Fridays.
The boneless wings and the beer pub pretzels all day. Don't at me.
Dude, I will get boneless wings elsewhere that are better.
But
Arugas.
B-dubs.
But if you go after 10 at Applebee's, they're half price.
They are half price.
Yeah, but
See?
you're still at Applebee's.
Yeah, so what?
Who
You're
can
eating-
digest that? And
Yeah, I
this is
can't
coming
digest
from
that
me.
after
Me.
10 o'clock.
Me,
Are
bruh.
you a pretzel guy?
I love the beer pub pretzels.
You ought to go to the place right by the Applebee's in Lancaster, behind it. I forget what the Lancaster Brewing Company has a little restaurant there. Get their pretzel there, delicious. Dip it in ranch dressing.
No thanks.
Weird.
Are you a
Delicious.
crab dip guy?
No.
Are you a seafood guy?
No, not really.
Okay, we always get on food.
Are you buffalo chicken guy?
I love Buffy chicken deep.
I think Aruga's has a buffalo chicken dip pretzel. You should try that.
Next week on the pre-show, post-show, we got to talk about arugas.
I do enjoy arugas.
Aruga's is good.
So when do you guys want to start cannibalizing each other with these trivia questions?
Just gotta.
Whenever Jim hits the sound effect for the game show.
Oh, we have a sounder.
We have
a game-
music. We have
a
game music.
show.
Let's just buzz
Music.
through the last couple of things.
Let's run it.
These aren't going to take too long. As Scotty alluded to earlier when he said he is going to be at the show, WWE Backlash is no more.
Backrash.
Although I do, I said it would be funny if they named the Saudi show WWE Backlash.
God, you're so salty.
No, I'm being serious.
Yep.
I think it would be funny.
You're
and amusing.
salty the other direction.
I'm just saying, it would be amusing. At least it would amuse me.
To you.
But the show that was supposed to be Backlash initially on June 16th is now going to be WWE Stomping Grounds on June 23rd in Tacoma, Washington.
Can you just play the sound of me, please? Can you just, so I don't have to say anything about it? There we go.
There were some reports this week that WWE is interested in signing Joey Ryan strictly to keep him away from AEW. I don't buy into that.
I don't either.
Yeah, like especially because the report said that they wouldn't even be like he would obviously never make it to the main roster, so he'd just be NXT only. I don't see that happening at all.
Why wouldn't he make it to the main roster?
That was what the report said.
Okay. I
That
feel
they
like
would
you
have
can...
that they would have no intention on ever bringing him up to
Who
the main
reported
roster.
that, by the way?
Dirty sheets.
Slice nose.
Slice.
No, I
Slice
think it was
wrestling.
the Observer.
I don't see. I feel like you could water down Joey Ryan a bit and still have a sleazy character.
Yeah,
I don't
was
think
called
there's.
Val Venus.
That was a different time. That
He
was
was
like
a
definitely
porn
groin
star,
porn
like-
star thing. This is just a sleazy guy. He
Yeah.
can come out with the. I think
He can
Joey
still do the
Ryan's
lollipop.
character
Yeah.
in Lucha Underground would work in the WWE. Just a sleazy guy.
Yeah,
He do a little bit of baby oil. I'd be fine with it.
It's just not going to happen. I mean, he announced he's kind of on this indie farewell tour. Like, he's going to be in AEW, right?
He has a farewell shirt.
Yeah, he's going to be in AEW.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the Being the Elite group.
Yeah,
he's
it's-
on. Yeah, he's in like Flint.
He's all in.
You can see famous Dick wrestler Joey Ryan tomorrow. Hang out with me and Matt as we go to the Intergender Bonanza out in New Jersey.
PW Insider said that the WWE reported this week that the WWE digital media department has all of the superstars' passwords. They're told not to give them out to anyone else, but the company needs access to their accounts just in case they have to send something out for storylines. It said, I do believe that WWE has the right to control superstar Twitter accounts. When you sign there, you were told to give your password over to digital media department. You were told not to give your password to anyone else. So it's possible that anything that pops up there in terms of pushing storylines, those have been pushed by digital media, but they wouldn't have to fall under the TVPG. I think it's part of the deal. Like, I know, like, a lot of people were like, the fuck kind of evil corporation is this? I'm like, well, I mean, part of the deal. If you know that going in,
It's a character's
I feel like they own the character.
Twitter.
Right.
right? Like, you know what I mean? When it's at WWE Dean Ambrose or at WWE Bray Wyatt or at Big E WWE or whatever they are, like, you,
Florida man.
At Florida man.
yeah, right? You know what I mean? But like, it's like.
Right. I think it's a character thing. I don't think it's
Yeah, and it's part of the deal.
Right.
Like, it's like, if that's part of your deal, again, we talked about this with the Undertaker stuff and the Kurt Angle stuff last week. Like, you don't have to sign it.
Sure.
They're not forcing anyone to do anything. So you can dislike it, that's fine. But let's stop pretending like WWE is doing something evil and forcing people to do things that they don't want to. Because they're not. They just aren't. It's they know it going in. Do it or
unless
don't
you're
do
a
it.
fan of the front row at an AEW shirt. But then again, you bought a ticket to a television taping.
And then again, you knew what
you knew what you were getting into.
trying to do.
You're absolutely right.
When you went to
You're
that
right.
front row seat. So
You're not wrong. I'm just saying.
And here's the thing: like, if you were the
That's just arguments you would get.
if you were the first guy that got asked to change their shirt inside out, given a WWE shirt, or asked to leave, then maybe you have some degree of what the hell just happened.
Sure.
But everybody else now is just trying to be the guy that has that happen to them. To get that story, to go, hey, everybody, pay attention to me on social media. I got kicked out. I was asked to take my shirt off. I was asked to turn my shirt inside out. I was given this shirt by WWE. They said I couldn't wear it. Where's my right as a person? Well, I mean, there's a lot of fine print on every single fucking ticket.
I agree.
You know, like when WWE goes into a building, when Kiss goes into a building, when, you know, AC/DC goes into a building, they're renting that building for that night. They control that building for that night, and they use security in that building for that night to see fit as ever they feel like it.
It's like Disney World.
Yeah. Like, you can't wear whatever you want to Disney World. You can't, like, just yesterday there is no smoking in any Disney park, and there are certain strollers that you can't take into a Disney theme park now. Like, is Disney evil because they're not letting you use a certain stroller?
Yes.
Okay, they probably are, let's be honest.
Yes.
But again, people know what they're getting into.
The stroller thing's tough. I don't know.
Well, I mean, just make sure you have
a different stroller.
you know what I mean? Have the approval. Here's the deal. If you're spending the money to go to Disney, make sure you know the rules of Disney. If you're paying money, like we're going to see Hershey Bears game next week, know the rules and regulations of the Giant Center for Hershey Bears hockey.
I don't know what they are.
I don't know what
Then
they
again,
are.
I've never worn
Don't.
anything like offensive.
The number one rule is don't let the WWE run a live event or live television show there.
That is the big one. Lance has got a great point, I think, in the comments.
It's not quite the same, but there's a lot of jobs that require downloading certain apps to work as management, and that gives the corporation access to your phone, laptop. Absolutely.
Right. That's no different. Right?
Here's the deal. Like, at my work, I use company Wi-Fi on my phone.
Sure.
So like, and I mean, this is like law that if for some reason there was some sort of legal issue that came up, the law can take any device that used that company's IP address. So like, I don't even have to.
Probably never even read that when you clicked accept.
No, certainly not. But like,
you go into Walmart, you auto sign onto their Wi-Fi.
Right.
You don't even know.
Every time you download an app, every time you download a software upgrade for your phone, for your computer, anything, you click accept to things that you never even read. And guess what? There's a South Park episode.
The human sent the iPad.
Yeah, like it just, you know what I mean?
Yep, there it is.
And same things happening there. Similar things are happening there. It is what it is.
Are you okay with the Stomping Ground name?
That's fine.
Okay.
No.
Because it's in Tacoma?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because to me, Stomping Grounds is a place where my stomping grounds is
so if
where
it was MSG, you'd be okay with it?
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Right.
In Tacoma, you have a
because
problem.
it's in Tacoma, you
No,
have a
but I
problem
just think
with
that the name of the show is stupid, period.
It's better than a lot of names they've had in the past.
Because
Great Balls of Fire.
Great Balls of Fire was okay.
Stomping Grounds is better than Great Balls of Fire.
No.
Yes. 100%. 100%. I ran down a list of names that on Twitter that Stomping Grounds is better than.
That are WWE events?
Mm-hmm. I'd have to find.
There were some in your houses, I believe, in there too. Like Beware
there were
Dog,
some in your
maybe.
houses.
Yeah, but those were all like taglines. Like the pay-per-view was called In Your House, and the tag was
Beware of Dog
or Revenge of the
Mind
Taker.
Games. Or no.
Cold Day in Hell.
This is better than
Friends,
Fastlane,
than
in my
Meets.
opinion, and better than Great Balls of Fire. Great Balls of Fire will go down as the worst.
No Way Out of Texas.
I think you said The Bash was one of them when WWE took Bash.
Yeah,
to the
just
beach.
The Bash.
They just called it The Bash
It's better than The Bash.
for a hot second.
I'm gonna try and pull up the list here while I'm doing that.
Capital Punishment.
According to report, the
Capital
Wrestling
Carnage.
Observer, former Sandy member Killing Dean is set to be sent back to NXT. Obviously, the superstar shakeup broke up Sanity. Yeah, so he's gonna be going. I think because there was a lot of speculation on where he was going to end up. I think this this is a fine solution.
Yep.
But here we go. Stomping Grounds is better than In Your House 8, Beware of Dog. In Your House 12, It's Time. In Your House 14, Revenge of the Taker. Degeneration X in Your House. No Way Out of Texas in Your House. Breakdown in Your House. Rock Bottom in Your House. Rebellion. The Bash. Over the Limit. Battleground. Fastlane.
Ooh, I forgot about Over the Limit. That was a tough one too.
And I went down the full list of like all WWE's.
You sound really, really soft on all of the In Your Houses, and I know you like those pay-per-views.
I love In Your Houses. Like it was a
So I know that was hard for you to do. I'm just saying that
2-hour shows. Usually easy watch, but like some of them had shitty names.
Sure.
And like and the thing I said when Great Balls of Fire was announced, when Battlegrounds have been announced, all of any names, whether they're good, bad, or not, the name doesn't matter. Because if the show's good, nobody's gonna give a fuck about the name. If the show's bad, nobody's gonna give a fuck about the name.
Over the Limit. By the way, we talked about this right before we went on air on the network. The Untold episodes are really, really cool. There's 4 of them right now.
I need to look
You need to
into
watch
that.
them. They're really, really cool. If you've not checked them out and you're listening, check them out. If you need something to go to bed to, they're like 22 minutes, 23 minutes long. In and out, real quick.
Daniel Bryan medically cleared to return to SmackDown. Still unclear what the injury was, but he is clear to return. That should be happening possibly as soon as this coming Tuesday night. Brock Lesnar retired from MMA. Reportedly had discussions with WWE this week that he wants to retire from WWE next year, and that he wants it to be at WrestleMania 36. So that you potentially could lead to the Matt Riddle Brock Lesnar match that we had talked about, and I know even
36 is 2 years from now.
no, it's not. We
just
just
at
had
35.
WrestleMania 35.
Was that 35?
WrestleMania Sun. They don't do the Roman
30,
numerals.
30 was New Orleans. 31 was Play. 32 was Star. 33 was
Roller coaster.
Sunshine. 34 was
Dino Bravo 2.
Dino Bravo 2. 35
Got
was
it.
Was the,
Liberty.
Liberty.
And then 36 is Yar.
Yeah. Which we are only 349 days away from, by the way.
Hey-o.
I'm on a
I love
mission.
that you do it.
I'm
That's
on a
so
WrestleMania,
great.
Johnny Depp.
And don't get me wrong, I appreciate the people who are trying to who are playing along and trying to like predict when WrestleMania 37
WrestleMania
will
canon.
be. But let's chill. We have 349 days till WrestleMania, and then we'll have like 354 days until WrestleMania. So
yeah,
we'll
that's
get
fine.
there. We'll get
WrestleMania swashbuckled.
We'll
on
get
our
to the
way.
WrestleMania 37 countdown the day after we have WrestleMania 36.
Well, but they announced that beforehand, right?
Yeah,
No, they usually announce it.
I should
783
I should
days
start the
until
37 count.
WrestleMania.
As soon as they announce the
How
my
many
brain's
days
gonna
until
start hurting.
WrestleMania 40? 3,227 days until WrestleMania.
Kurt Angle, of course, stepping away from in-ring competition, but he said in an interview with Wrestling Inc. That he signed a 5-year deal with WWE. He's going to do potentially some part-time work in front of the TV if they need him, or in front of cameras if they need him to. But he's going to be a producer. He's going to help the wrestlers in their technique, their structure, their matches, and he feels it's something he's really good at. Obviously, his last appearance on WWE programming came the night after WrestleMania Liberty when he was beaten down by the Freak Lars Sullivan. So again, the part of the deal with the pullout from Starcast.
Good for Kirk.
always pull out.
Always. Yeah, totally, And again, he probably knew the terms and conditions of the thing he was signing on to do.
Probably did. Real quick, before we get started, somebody tweeted out about the SmackDown ratings, that it was below 2,000 for the first time for a first
2
run.
million.
I'm sorry, 2 million for the first time.
Impact was below
What is this
2,000.
Impact? For a non-holiday episode, I think it averaged like 1.83 million viewers. The guy then tweets, the number's down 25%, yada, yada, yada. Even the show on election night did better. WWE needs change. And then put a fucking picture of Kofi Kingston as the champion. Like, if there's no more that's some of the biggest change we've had in the WWE, is like a smaller guy, an African-American is your WWE champion, and that's the picture you're going to use saying we need change.
Yeah, I saw
Come on.
I saw a Twitter account earlier today, and I started to do the quote retweet, and I stopped myself.
I'm so proud of you, Jim.
Yeah, it was some great growth on my part. But this guy, his Twitter account,
what the doctor
his
said.
picture was of Kofi Kingston with the WWE Championship, and in his tweet, he said how among other things, how much the WWE hates their audience. And I'm like, are you fucking like?
They just gave us one of the best
I
manias
started the
ever.
tweet. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Look at your picture, you
I'm
idiot!
so proud of
And
you.
then I deleted it, and I walked away because I'm like, the week I've had, I don't have the fucking capacity.
You don't need
to
that
deal with
negativity.
somebody in that.
You know what would be a great weekly segment, and I'm going to steal this from Golick and Wingo.
What's that?
So they have a segment called Tweet It or Delete It. What I need you to do is I need you to start tweeting these people, but save them as drafts. And then on the show,
Just one a week for Jim?
That.
we could do one, we could do three. And like you save your best three, and we tell you whether or not to tweet it or delete it.
That's a new segment. I
I
love
like
it.
this. I definitely need to
Tweet it or delete it.
Start remembering to save some drafts.
If you think about deleting it, save it as a
Save it as a draft. All right, nice one. But yeah, I was.
We're
just
gonna
like,
reform you,
I
Jim.
was just like, man, I can't. And I thought back to the PBR podcast episode we did when we were talking about that I think it is either Mike or Derek said like one thing they will do is they will write a response to somebody and then just delete it because that gets it out of their brain.
Out of your system.
And that, but you don't have to engage with that person.
With the that's
yeah,
fair.
just scream it out.
All right, so is it trivia time?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't think we would get through all of these topics.
That was a
when
lot.
we scorched through all of them.
We didn't have a lot to talk about wrestling wise from
A lot
Raw,
of
SmackDown.
appetizer, not a lot of main course.
It was that kind of a week. So
Dude,
let's.
and sometimes just eating apps is great. Give me the guys, have some
Apps,
apps,
Sam?
throw down a
I
beer,
do love apps.
right?
Hi,
Do you want to explain what we're doing here real quick?
Yeah, so 3 Count Thursday, we like to flex our mental muscle just as much as we like to flex our wrestling
Non-muscles.
acumen. Yeah, all of our flab muscles.
Our jaw.
So we challenge each other into just normal, regular trivia. It's not necessarily wrestling related, but it could be. I won the first round, so as winner, I now have to come up with 10 questions that I'm going to ask both Jim and Ryan. Best score wins. I'll ask the question. You will answer. You can buzz in with your name, and then once you buzz in, I will acknowledge you. If you get it right, you get the point. If you get it wrong, it goes to the other person for a chance to steal for the points.
So I have to say Ryan.
You say Ryan.
To buzz in.
Yep.
Okay.
Remember when we tried to do Guess That Theme with Matt on the line? And
Yeah.
there was like
And he was
a
on a
3-second delay, and we didn't realize that until we started. And you were like, Big Boss Man. Big Boss Man.
He was too slow.
Much easier when you're all in the room.
Yes, it is. So, we shall get started with question number 1, and I'm going to go out of order on my list. Go wrestling first. Who is the longest reigning WWE champion of all time?
Jim.
Yes.
Bruno Sammartino.
Bruno Sammartino is correct.
Good one. That's good, Jim.
1 point, Big Yim. Question number 2. 550 foot-pounds per second is more commonly referred to as what?
Ryan. Horsepower.
That is correct.
What the? What?
Horsepower.
What the hell?
One
Donkey llama thrust.
Llama thrusting. All right. 1-1. Question number 3. The word swag is an acronym for what? The word swag, SWAG, is an acronym for what?
Jim.
Yes.
Sweaty wombats above ground.
Sorry, incorrect.
Damn it. Close one. That is a close one.
So close.
I have no clue.
Swag is a promotional term that is stuff we all get. So a swag
That was
bag,
close.
I never knew that.
stuff we all get.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Still 1-1. Let's go with an easier question. Gentlemen, when is our next leap year?
Ryan.
Yes.
2020.
2020.
Fuck my life.
It's weird having to say your name.
That makes sense though.
It does.
All right.
I need to get the Amazon the buzzers. You know they have those.
They do?
God.
So you sync them with your Alexa, and then you can play trivia games. And when you buzz, it knows who's hitting.
Oh,
the
no
thing.
shit.
Cool. All right.
Maybe we can afford it if you fucking give us the Patreon money.
That's right.
Right?
$2 a month.
Or buy some fucking merch. collarandelbowbrand.com.
Shameless
Promo
plug,
code
shameless
3
plug.
count.
Or you could call or you can go whatamaneuver.net.
Damn right. Whatamaneuver.net and buy their
Whatamaneuver.
shirts.
Next question. It's another measurement question. There are 12 in a dozen, but how many are in a gross?
Ryan.
Yes.
100.
Incorrect.
50.
Incorrect. 144 in a gross.
What the fuck? Oh, is it a dozen?
A dozen.
Dozen,
yeah.
dozen.
Shit.
Fucking damn it.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Makes
I
so
should have
much
known
sense
that.
now.
It really does.
Still 2-1, Jim. You got a chance. Who is the current host of Family Feud?
Ryan.
Jim.
I'm going to go to chat. Chat, who said it? Who buzzed in first? Who did you hear?
Is anybody still with us?
I think
I'm
people
sure
still
they
with
are.
us.
I trust them. Who's here?
That's a tough one.
Anyone?
Who heard it?
Anyone? Come on.
I think they're on a slight delay.
They might be on a delay. I don't know how big their delay is.
We're gonna
Not
find
as,
out.
not as big as their flight, right?
Come on.
Not
Come
as
on.
big.
Come
Not
on.
as big.
Come on.
Come on now.
Come on.
Do
Okay,
chat
so
things.
if I had to be the judge of
Which
who
you
said
do.
it for
Thanks, Lance.
heard him, who is him? What is sure. Jim. He said Jim. All right, he got
Oh,
Jim.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey, Uncle Steve.
Steve Harvey it is.
That's correct. Uncle Steve. Steve.
Devin, you're wrong. You always go with the host.
Stephen Harvey. All right, guys.
How many questions have you given us?
We are at 6. There's 4 left.
4 to go. Okay.
4 to go.
4 to go.
Give me the first names of at least 3 of the active members of Metallica.
Ryan.
Jim.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Lars, James, and Robert.
Yes. Fuck. Just for fun, who's the fourth?
Kirk.
Kirk. Sorry, no points for Kirk. Lovely. We'll go with another quartet. Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Teddy Roosevelt appear on which national landmark?
Jim.
Go ahead, Jim.
Oh my god. Fucking goddamn it. Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Holy hell. Like I knew it and then like I had to
As
say
soon
my
as you
name.
said it,
I had
you-
to say my name and my fucking
Everything
brain
went Jim.
seized
Yep.
up.
Just puckered. Okay, guys, here we go. What is the fastest land mammal?
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh fuck! Why would I ask? Oh my god. God damn it! Why would I have fucking guessed this? I'm going to say a jaguar.
Incorrect.
Bobcat.
Incorrect.
I feel like it's a bird.
It's a cheetah.
Oh, a cheetah.
Damn it. That was the other thing I was going to guess.
What
A
did I
bird
say?
wouldn't be a land mammal.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point.
You
A
idiot.
land mammal.
What's the fastest land mammal? A hawk.
The peregrine falcon is actually the fastest of all the animals.
So that is the fastest of all animals. So I wasn't wrong.
The
I mean, I was
peregrine
definitely
falcon.
wrong.
Yeah, you said
Yeah,
jag.
yeah, William, we screwed that one up.
Okay, guys, last question.
Go!
All right. Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile is the title for the biopic of which notorious serial killer?
Jim.
Yes.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
God damn it.
Big Jim, 4-3.
There it was. That was closer than I thought it was going to be. That was a good one.
Congratulations,
Closing the week
Jim.
out better than it's been.
There it was. There it was. Jim needed that.
I needed that.
You earned it. You absolutely earned it. Great job.
I
Handshakes
thought I
all
was
around.
going to ice this one when you stumbled on Mount Rushmore.
Dude,
I thought
Jim.
that was my moment.
Jim.
like I was just gonna say Mount Rushmore, and then I was like, "No, you have to say your name, dumbass."
Cheetah is obviously the fastest. Obviously as well. Like I knew that.
Yeah, I definitely should have known that. Without a doubt, should have known that.
Jaguar.
You're thinking all elite.
Maybe it's what I'm thinking.
You are thinking all elite. Man, I got nothing else, man. We can close this thing out quick.
Jim's
we can-
got work to do next week. 10 questions.
Oh shit, yeah.
Big 10. Out of the
Damn,
chute
I got to
with
work
10.
on commentary. I got a lot to
No,
do.
we got a lot
next
to
week.
do. We got a big show coming up.
Holy hell. Tim, where can people follow you?
At Not the Tool Man across all social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat if you care. I stream on twitch.tv/Not the Tool Man 3 days a week. Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays. So catch me tomorrow on Twitch live, 7 p.m. Eastern. If you do have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to my channel for free, linking your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. It's absolutely free to you, and it just kicks back a little to me. And also, if you just aren't sick of hearing my voice enough, every Saturday I drop a podcast with my best friend Marcus called Final Wrestling Place. Give it a listen. We put your favorite wrestlers, wrestling events, things, and more in their final wrestling place, whether they belong in the good place or the bad place. Thank you, Jim.
I will 110% endorse that show. It's a fun listen. It's usually less than an hour. So
You're in, you're out, right? Yeah, it's nice.
yeah, it's
a good one.
it's a great listen. And like it's your brain thinking in different ways. Ryan, tell some people about some things they can do.
Yeah, I don't know. Just follow me along. I want you to just go support independent wrestling. That's the most important thing I can tell you tonight. Go hang out with us tomorrow. We're going to be in New Jersey, me and Matt. We're going to be taking in the Intergender Bonanza 3. Come on out, support us, support indie wrestling. Always follow us along. It's always the number 3 Count Thursday. 3CountThursday.com.
100%. And you can make sure you check out our home network, NGSC Sports, at ngscsports.com, the sponsor of this show. Alicia's Pillows and Things. Go to ngscsports.com. Find the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab on the homepage. Place your order. You'll find pillows, stools, full-body neck pillows, and much, much more featuring favorite sports teams, cartoon, movie characters, and much more. Again, Alicia's Pillows and Things. But subscribe to us on all of our podcast platforms, our YouTube page, and much more. Go to 3CountThursday.com for everything 3Count related. Until next week, stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin.